Good morning, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's video. I hope that, well, it's not today's video, but it'll come out at some point. Because the description, which you guys don't usually see very much of, is a work in progress. And you will see why when I get into the topic of this video. Now, this video is about my book recommendations as a blind person. I admit to owning a few more books than a normal blind person should, because I can't read books, but I own all the books. I admit to owning all the books. Either way, yes. So, I'm gonna get straight on into the video because I don't want to ramble and have this ages long. First of all, before we start any of the books, I am tearing up, guys. I want to say a big, fantastic shout out to Shauna Gallagher. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've just found out that that's how you pronounce it. In the Golden Nugget family. Yeah, you guys are fantastic. Corey, Imperial Forge. I can't pronounce the other names. Cray, Milo, Raven, Luca. Yous are all fantastic. Like, big cheer for you. Yeah. Okay. The honourable mention was Shauna Gallagher's books. I will put a link in the description of some of these books, including some of the other Golden Nuggets books. Shauna Gallagher is just the best storyteller and the best author, in my opinion. Like, her stories are online, coming to Kindle soon. They are available for pre-order on Amazon. If you want to get in there early. I've linked down below You Have Wings, but that's the first in a series. So if you don't want to read a series, which has got angels and vampires and werewolves, you guys can read some of the one-off stories, like The Medium Kid or Restless Waves. I was going to say Mate Maskers, but she has announced the second book to that. And Mate Maskers is the one that she's reading at the moment, and like, oh my gosh, Pip. But yes. Anyway, I would deeply recommend her books, and if you guys could look in the description below, you'll find a list of Golden Nuggets recommendations and stories and stuff like that. If you guys are interested, my book, since I have been in this Discord server with the Golden Nuggets, I've written about 6 chapters. I will link that down below as well. Yeah, so let's start with the books that you can get on paper or online or audiobooks. I can't wait till Shauna comes out with audiobooks, man, and actual physical books. I can't wait to support my author. Anyway, so I'm gonna get the cliche ones out of the way. Harry Potter is a fantastic book series that gets the amount of love that it deserves. Yeah, I'm not getting into any drama associated with the authors. I just think that Harry Potter is fantastic, and these books are fantastic and available. Harry Potter, I think that a lot of the audiobooks are on here. If not, sorry if you can hear me, tell me. If not, then you can find the audiobooks like available to download. Some places, like site services, I think, would be able to help, like some charities and stuff like that. I think you can get them on Waterstones, I'm not too sure. Audible's always a great place to go, isn't it? Like, just Audible. The second book, Percy Jackson, the second book series. Percy Jackson's about a demigod, and if you don't know, I'm a cosplayer. I am kind of in love with Percy Jackson's series. I I can't tell you the first line of Percy Jackson. I know that it's like, am I a trouble kid? Yeah, you could say that. Oh, now it's bugging me what the first line is. I know that the first line of Harry Potter is Mr. and Mrs. Darcy of number 14, Privet Drive. Number 4, Privet Drive. We're proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much. And were the last people that you would associate with a strange and unexpected, something like that. Percy Jackson's, like, from the perspective of a 12-year-old child boy, Percy Jackson, and his adventures in fulfilling a prophecy. No spoilers in this video, I promise. The reason that I know these books so well is because on places like Quotive and Wattpad, you can sometimes find stories where like the god will read Percy Jackson or something like that, or the characters will read Harry Potter, and I love them books and stories and stuff. Also, Percy Jackson, the first one, The Lightning Thief, is on YouTube. The last time I checked it is on YouTube. It's a thingy box recording. Something box recording. It's on YouTube. It's fantastic. She's very good at reading the story. And yeah, it's a really good story. The next, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is quite an old book series, I would like to say. I'm not 100% certain. But in comparison to my other book recommendations, it is quite old, but you can find a few of the audiobooks on YouTube. I have listened to half of the first book, I believe, on YouTube, on just Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring audiobook, and then it should come up. I believe it is in one of my playlists on my channel. I should double check, but I'm not going. It is on. There is definitely a Lord of the Rings book on the playlist in my channel, which is called Audiobooks. So you guys can check that out if you want to. I feel like I'm not gonna spoil anything from Lord of the Rings or tell you anything, even though some of you may know it and most of you have probably heard of it. So the next book / author that I'm going to talk about is On the Other Side by Carrie Fletcher. I really like Carrie Fletcher, and I believe this is also in audiobook form somewhere. Probably on Audible again. I should be sponsored. Audible, please sponsor me. And it's On the Other Side by Carrie Fletcher. I actually got quite a good way into the book, like reading the book with my visual aid, and I actually got quite a good way through it before I noticed that the cover was ripped, and then I didn't touch it because I'm strange like that, even though I do have a hardback and a paperback, because the paperback had pink rim edges, paper things, you know what I mean, you all know what I mean. Anyway, I would recommend any of Carrie's books. She's a fantastic author, and her words just flow. Like, her stories are fantastic. I'm not going to go back to praising Shauna. I'm not going to go back to praising Shauna. Difficult, because I feel like I never do these authors justice by talking about them and using English words to describe their writing skills. Particularly Shauna and Carrie. But still, the next book, I do believe the audiobook is on YouTube, because I have listened to the audiobook on YouTube, but that was quite a long time ago, and I'm not sure if it's been taken down or anything, but it's Howl's Moving Castle. You guys might be familiar with the Studio Ghibli movie, Howl's Moving Castle. Yes, it's based off of that. It's fantastic. If y'all like anime, the movie Howl's Moving Castle. I apologize if I'm... Okay, so there are a lot of self-help books on YouTube and self-help books in general, like in the world, of course. The few that I favour have been actually already mentioned in a ways to release anxiety video, like Stress Less, or the Bible of Meditation, and the Bible of Mindfulness, Little Book of Mindfulness, or the Little Book of Meditation, things like that. I have remembered a book. Okay, I'll need to try and remember that. But yes, you can find a lot of self-help books on YouTube and things like management and raising money, and that's always just nice to listen to if you're feeling down and you need a little bit of a pick-me-up or anything like that. The book that I had remembered was Wicca by Harmony Nice. I started getting into watching Harmony Nice's videos about a year ago, and I just find the religion so fascinating. Even though I'm a Christian, I have mentioned this before, but I would consider myself a Christian witch, and yes, that can happen. Anyway, I would recommend that book because it's very modern, because it was written not too long ago. Not long ago at all. But yeah, it's about bringing what some may say is a ancient religion or old religion back into like modern world, like baking and drawing and stuff, and I just find that really interesting. Now, I would also say the Twilight Saga, which I think the audiobooks are on YouTube, but I don't want anyone to laugh at me. I like the books, and the Twilight in general causes a bit of controversy because the books are great. I've read 1.5 of the book. No, I've definitely read up to about Eclipse, the start of Eclipse, if not the end of New Moon. I've definitely read that far because I used to have a Kindle with them on, and the books are fantastic. The books are great. I don't think the movie does them justice, but then again, I don't think about that in any movie, and I have remembered yet another book. This is why I started filming, because I was stuck at that list, and then as soon as I start filming, the words come out of my mouth, which is great for an author, isn't it? Anywho, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Yes, that is what I remembered from that. And the audiobook is on YouTube. Last time I checked. I have read the audiobook on YouTube. I've read the audiobook. I've listened to the audiobook on YouTube then a few. English. I've gotten to about halfway through the second book on YouTube. And then, like, I can't stick with the book. I can't stick with the book series, really. Unless it's a Golden Predators. Apologies. Yes, them are fantastic. This Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It just makes me feel better for being different and like I'm something else. Fantastic stories. Chances are, if there is a book, there is an audiobook version of it, or a big text version of it somewhere on the internet. And this was just a few of my recommendations. Like I say, I don't know when this video is coming out because I really want to have a collection of the Golden Nuggets' books in the description. And I hope you have a good day or evening or morning or whatever. Please feel free to subscribe if you like these videos. This video will probably be one of my last videos. Probably. Yes, most definitely. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.